My name is Mira. I am peeling away the clutter in my house, and right now I am working on this bookcase in the living room. This is a combination of a bookcase and a catch-all area for things that I don't know where to put them, so they just get stuffed on here. A quick pause here to try and show you this metal picture that I got of Rocket from Guardians of the Galaxy. I got that at a local convention and promptly stuck it on top of the bookcase somehow, I guess. I'm pretty happy to have that. I've got an area for comics, so I'm excited to put that in the area somehow. Alright, so we're talking about future me and how I am not really happy to be dealing with this stuff that I could have or should have dealt with before. But here's the thing, I was doing the best I could, you know? I put a lot of stuff on this bookcase when I was working on Clutter Tower, and I was pretty overwhelmed with Clutter Tower, so I'm not surprised at all that. And now I'm interrupting myself again. This is a scrapbook page about my dad. It's good to see that. There's another picture of my boy Clay, which had some kind of weird stain on it. I don't know. It looked like from a smoothie maybe. Luckily, I can get a reprint of that. Okay, so back to Future Me and Clutter Tower. I put a bunch of stuff up here, and yeah, now I am dealing with it today, and that's fine. Oh, look, Captain America. This might be my most ADD voiceover yet. I'm really sorry about that. The things that got put on this bookcase when I was clearing Clutter Tower are DVDs and books, both of which I have discovered I have a very hard time dealing with. The good news is that I am mostly done with DVDs. I'm pretty sure that there are more DVDs in Mount Doom. And just to clarify, Mount Doom is the laundry room where there are like dozens of boxes of Doom that I need to go through. So that's why it's Mount Doom. I know that there are some DVDs back there, but I have dealt with the bulk of them. Now, books are another matter. I have loved reading since I was a kid. I have collected thousands of books, I'm pretty sure. And in my spare bedroom, I have a library going on in there. And then I've got lots of books stacked up, and there's even more books in Mount Doom, and there are books here. I definitely wish I had gotten into ebooks earlier than I did, but I didn't. Oh, look! I bought this book back in 2009, and here it is still with the receipt. That was back when everyone was raving about Stephanie Meyer, and I thought, well, I want to try one of her books, but I don't know if I want to do the vampire one, so let's do something else instead. And I bought that book and have never read it, and I'm not going to read it. That will either go in the little library outside, or I will put it in the donation box. The lesson to be learned there is do not buy books just because other people are talking about them. If you want to try an author, use the actual library and do it that way, and that way you'll find out if you like them. Coming across lots of little things. That was a book from about the Winchester Mystery House, which is a really cool house with lots of crazy construction, including like a staircase that goes up to the ceiling. It doesn't actually lead to a room or anything, it just goes up to the ceiling. It is a tourist attraction, and I went there, oh gosh, a decade ago, and got that little book about it. There's a leash that is going to be donated. I don't use retractable leashes. Coming across some audiobooks. Yeah, there's definitely stuff here that I'm pulling out that I pulled out from the tower but was too overwhelmed to figure out where to put it. And so, yeah, it got put here. It's okay though. I was doing the best that I could at that time, and I'm going to do the same thing now, just doing the best that I can. There's another book that's going out in the little library outside. A coloring book that my niece started. I'm going to see if she wants to continue that. And I'm coming across some great little little photo books that I had done at Shutterfly several years ago. I started a series about Clay's little adventures. He's such a fun little adventurous guy. He loves to get into things, that's for sure. Alright, so it is time to do some dust clearing. So I'm just clearing off the shelves, or at least some of the shelves. And I'm going to go ahead and dust them off using one of my wipes here. And I'm clearing both sides. This is a shelf that my former brother-in-law made, and it's beautiful. It has glass shelves, and he did that as well. It's actually bounced from house to house. It used to be at my parents' house, but they talked about getting rid of it, and I was like, me. I want it. I'll make room for it. My idea is to hold on to it until my niece grows up and moves out on her own, and I will let her know that she can have a bookcase that her dad made. It'll be hard to let go, but because it's one of my favorite pieces of furniture, but I just wanted to do that for her, so that is my plan for now. I'll have it for another probably 7 or 8 years at least, if she decides that she wants it. Okay, and I'm just clearing off more dust. Yeah, look at all the things crammed in on that bottom shelf there. I've got books that I knew I wanted to put into the little library. Oh, here comes my inspector. You're going to see him come in and out throughout the rest of this photo. Yeah, I set down the chair and then was like, wait a minute, I got to move the chair because you can't see through me. I got to make sure that the camera can see. All right, and now let's clear out this bottom. Yes, I had some DVDs here, so I'm going to deal with those. I came across 2 editions of Dirty Dancing, and I really need to figure out which one I want to keep. One is like, it says it's the Ultimate Edition, and the other one is the 25th Anniversary Edition. So I have to figure out, is one better than the other, or do they both have things that the other one doesn't have? I just gotta research into that and figure it out, because I would like to let go of one. I just went down a internet rabbit hole on that, and I still don't know which one to keep. So yeah, I'll keep working on that. Oh gosh. As you can see, I'm struggling. I don't know why. I need to give some thought into why it's so hard for me to let go of books, because it really is, and I don't want it to be. I know one solution could be to look up a book and see if it's available on ebook. So if I want to read it down the road, I know it's still available. I just wonder how time consuming that would be. So I don't know. Avid readers out there, give me your thoughts. I'm definitely gonna need them before I do the spare bedroom. I guess my dilemma is there are books that I love and have loved, and I think, oh, I might want to read that in the future, and so I wonder, should I keep it, or should I see if it's available on ebook, and if it is, then do I let it? Then I can let it go. I should be able to let it go if I know that I can get it again. Maybe it's something that I could like do 10 books a day or something. I'd still love to hear your tips though, so feel free to drop them in the comments. I wasn't totally sure what to put on these shelves. I did want to keep some of them on some of the books that I had here on these shelves, but others were just kind of placeholders, really. I considered some collections, but nothing in particular came to mind. So I am just going to go ahead and go with books, but I'm going to sort of reorganize what I put on these shelves. Which books I put on them, I mean. Now, the funny thing is that I'm going to bring a couple of dog-themed books that I have out. And when I was doing some decluttering several years ago, I actually moved them from this shelf and put them back in the spare bedroom. To be honest, I'm not sure where the dog books are going to end up going, but for now, I just put them on these shelves. I'm going to guide you over what I decided to put on which shelf when I do the after photos. Now, I decided to go ahead and also declutter the dog toys that are in this ottoman. I don't know if I mentioned before that this ottoman holds dog toys, but it does, and it was kind of bursting at the seams. The lid wasn't even securely on, it was kind of lifting up, so I'm going to go ahead and go through stuff. And I've mentioned before that dog stuff is kind of hard, but I actually did not find this to be as difficult as I believed. So, yay for that. Big yay for that. I just decided to be realistic about what toys they have liked and haven't liked. That one, it is kind of on the big side for them, but I did keep that one for sentimental reasons. But Gumby, I let go. Gumby was more for me sentimental reasons of liking Gumby as a kid, and but they didn't really enjoy them. Now they also don't really like the plasticky toys. They have just always been more of a fan of the soft balls. This one I went ahead and let go, even though my beautiful Clay loved that when he was a puppy, but he's 14 now, doesn't really like it so much, so let's let it go. If the toys are super ragged and just super dirty, I went ahead. Here's my fortune cookie toy, which was another toy that was more for me. Here's a turkey that came with a set of Thanksgiving themed toys. But some of these I just let go because they're too big. They're too big. Here is a random crime scene tape, which was actually from one of my birthday parties. So I don't know how it got there. Anyway, if the toy is super dirty or, broken or whatever, I am tossing it. But otherwise, I've got a nice big bag that I think I'm just going to take to the Humane Society and let them deal with it. This is another one that was just for me. I loved the idea of them chewing on the doggy newspaper, but it's just that plastic toy, a consistency they don't really like. So why keep it if they don't enjoy it? Now, it's time to put the ones back in that I feel like they might actually use. There were a couple that I kept for reasons of sentiment, but most of them are ones that they will use. Here's the bag that is going to donation. So I'm pretty excited about that those toys will have some new life with some precious pups. Okay, let's move on to results. Here's the before. You can see it's packed with all kinds of things, including a water bottle, because it wouldn't be me if there wasn't a water bottle. And now we have the after. The top shelf holds books related to trips that I've taken. The second one is oversized books. Dogs on the third. The fourth and fifth are authors that I really love. Okay, now coming up, we have got a couple of things. Of course, you are going to see a living room reveal, but brace yourself, everybody. After that, we're going to start on the Nightmare Kitchen. I am going to be tackling it with Bonnie's help. In fact, she's here right now.
Hey guys, it's Bonnie from A Beautiful Mess. I'm so excited to show you this kitchen.
We'll see you soon.